One word. The meaning of life. No, I'm just kidding. How we doing? Previously on Kimba TV. So we were talking about how there's always a retracement, right? So we also saw bottom shorting right here. Okay, we did it all live. So there was a bottom short of $8-9 million right there. He got squeezed out right at the golden pocket and the 75.786. Okay, so I have entries here, and I also have some Pico top entries too. Let's go! Who juicing? Can you show EXO? Sure, but it's not always EXO that you want to look at. Do you understand that this gap fill is going to be the most important thing right now on S&P? Can you tell? Can you tell that that gap fill is the most important thing? Well, at least for right now. Boogamma. Pixel fucking. Quit playing with me. But yeah, we're going to see if S&P wants to fill this or not. That's the first thing. So I wouldn't even be looking at EXO right now. I'd be looking at Dish. But here you go, if you want to look at it. This isn't really going to help you that much because it's not at like a level of interest, you know? So if you want to look at EXO again, you probably look at EXO right here. And maybe like right here to see how, you know, our shorts opening, our longs getting stopped out. All right, just level to level, yo. If I actually get, you know, 65 or lower, I'll probably depot 100K into the counter trading account. Hedge fund says, what are you doing at home at the weekend? What do you mean? I have a meeting, but I got to go back to New York this weekend. My New York crib. I just got to clean up and shit. Bumbule says, what is this bing bong damn? Yeah, but brother, I mean, you better not be talking about getting bing bonged on a $500 range on an asset trading at $67,000. I kind of, you know, we went over everything with the morning TA. Does anybody need that 5-second alpha TA? I think for me, the biggest thing that I would be looking at is the gap fill on S&P. And then figure out how it's reacting from there. It's almost done. You only have a little bit more to go. Watch the reaction. Maybe it starts making higher highs and higher lows and it's going to try to get out. Okay, then that would be one piece of data. It goes here and it nukes through. Okay, that's another piece of data. It nukes through, but then it comes back in the next 30-minute candle close and it starts going back up, then that's another piece of data. So if you want like the easy trade, Bumbule, just wait like 30-40 more minutes or however long it takes and then see the reaction here. Take a look at net flow. Is there a bull div, bear div? Look for anything that gives you a reason to think, hey, it's going to go lower or hey, it's going to go higher. And then couple that with biddy. And then VWAP is not as high as we want it. Okay, so this is the uptrend VWAP. So I actually want it to go to the 65, 64.5 zone tomorrow if I want to long this bitch. So maybe it crabs around and fucks around. Maybe there's another, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. But VWAP is a little bit low. I would have much preferred if this was like this. So maybe tomorrow. This is what? Saturday. And then this is Friday. So yeah, maybe tomorrow. All right. And we're kind of, you know, we're trying to get that rounded top. So short will get invalidated if it breaches that high. Yes? That's about it, man. We've seen this so many times before. So hopefully you're not looking at this and you're like, oh my God, I've never seen this shit before. What do I do? But Yeah, I would just wait a little bit more, give it a little bit more pay. Maybe it just gap fills and goes. Don't know. Maybe it cleans, comes back, goes in, and then starts going. I think that would be more like if you wanted a long biddy or you wanted a long S&P, why wouldn't you just wait for that? Okay. Something like that, my boy. I'm going to go reload some Latuche. So we're at 857 million on Bybit. So we really only see crazy volatility when it crosses over a bill. So 1 bill is nice, 1.5 bill is Gucci Magucci, and then yeah, so yeah, that's just normal people coming into the markets. You know, because price is at 67,000, but you want to really focus on historical. Those green single prints right there. So you have more up here. That's why that's the really good short. There you go. So yeah, as always, I mean, these have been here for months and weeks. So, you know, it wouldn't even hurt to get caught up to when we created those. But yeah, so that's it. So, did you watch yesterday's highlights? Nothing has changed. What I'm about to say is exactly the same thing that I said last night before I ended the stream. The only next short that I would think about is if it swing fails. Okay? But I said it during this one and even when I got filled here. The short that I really want is up here because I'm a big level to level guy. So it's hard for me to short or long in between my yellow lines. So if that's going to get turned into support, yeah, I will still entertain the swing fail. If it's structure, if it's open interest, if all the shorts get squeezed, of course. All right. But I'm a big level to level guy. So, you know, maybe it's a 3 drives, but this has always been the one that we really want. And remember, why am I shorting? Is it because I'm bearish? Make sure that, you know, you have been able to follow. I stream every day for the last 3 years. So make sure that you're following along with me. Okay. But I'm shorting because I'm hella bullish. That doesn't make sense. Let's test it. I don't want, it depends on if you got to see me. I had a Pico bottom long here, Pico bottom long here. Guess what happened? I got round tripped. So you know what I said? Okay, I don't want to take any TPs. I've been chasing longs the whole way through, brother. I've been chasing longs the whole way through. I have a whole shit ton of longs. But I don't want to TP and some of these, like I have like 150 long from 63.7. That's an ass entry. Okay, I have a whole bunch of ones that I've chased. Okay, I don't want to TP any of my longs until like up here. How am I going to do that responsibly? If I'm not going to TP any longs, I got to head short. And you know what the best part about being in a head short is? If I get stopped out, I get tiny profit, so I actually get paid. Okay, and I'm market smashing long 300, 400 Bitcoin to the way that I want it to go. So that's what I've been doing this whole fucking time. And it's only because I fucked up twice. I had a Pico long here. I thought we were going to be able to get there. Wrong. Okay, let's try it again. I'm in a long from here. Wrong. I missed that long. We got a little bit there. I've been chasing all this shit. Okay. So, I'm taking shorts because I'm not closing any of my longs. Okay, that's how I've evolved and adapted. But watch this September highlights. All right, you can already start to hear me say if if the CPI, GDP, PCE, FOMC stuff is on point, then I think 2025 is gonna, the rest of the year is gonna be bullish. Higher time frame shit, and I think next year is also gonna be bullish. It would not surprise me one bit. Next fall, next winter, we're seeing 150K Bitcoin. So I talk about everything higher time frame stuff every single day. My plans haven't changed, So if you don't, it's really just up to you if you really care about what I've said and what I'm thinking or not. So yeah, it's all there if you want to know, but I would never let any of my shorts make it seem like I'm bearish. I am not bearish. I am extremely bullish. All of September, I was talking about, by the second, third week of October, we need to be in some big longs. And that's what I've been doing. I've been chasing. I mean, I have, I don't know, maybe like 800, close to 800 biddy. Got it all be testnet, all testnet. Total, aggregate, long positions. But some of them are not that great of an entry. And I really need, since I'm not shaving and I'm not TPing that much on any of these longs, the only thing that I can really do is hedge short, right? So if I hedge short, depending on, like, for example, there's a really good chance that like my 63.7 Bitcoin long could get knocked out, right? So I have a hedge short in case it's going to do that. And if this wants to just blast through, and remember we talked about the bad highs yesterday? Look at this. I mean, I shouldn't have to, I've been drawing a lot of these lines for you guys. I hope I don't have to like babysit people through it, but you've already got something like this. Yeah, this is probably a good one like this. Yeah, and the biggest thing too is just making sure to look at the data. There is still so much rice. There is still so much rice to be harvested, y'all. I think the biggest confluence was just continuing to see Koreans shorting. Look. You actually have motherfuckers adding to shorts. I would assume I'm assuming exo charts is banned in South Korea, because I don't know what the fuck they're looking at. I'm gonna just assume that exo charts is banned in China and South Korea. Gotta be. That's the only other thing that I can think of. Oh, Bookmap just died. Hey, I'm gonna uninstall the alpha version of Bookmap and go back to the stable production one, because this is ass. It keeps dying every time there's volatility. But yeah, anyways, so, the best short, if you want to short, I don't know if you really want to go against like the infinite money glitch that the US economy is going to show you. But you would want all those shorters to get squeezed, right? Because all of those shorters are underwater. I don't know how these people figure out how to get into a short and immediately be in the red. At least when I'm shorting, like it's some Pico top shit. You know what I'm saying? It would not surprise me one bit if Kachoi Shiba short right here. What? Yeah, so that's where we're at, man. I'm gonna, the next hedge short that I would entertain if we get stopped out would be the swing fail, same plan as yesterday. But ideally, I'm a big level to level guy. So unless the open, like that, this is a good example of how, you know, this is a much easier short for me than the swing fail here. So it's got to give me more than just a swing fail pattern, for example. You know what I'm saying? Since this is already kind of like, this is almost halfway to my level to level. So that would be really awkward. So if I was going to think about shorting this, it can't be just a swing fail. I would probably need S&P confluence, like we've been saying in the morning, because look at S&P Bugammas. Okay. I mean, y'all saw what this kind of shit does yesterday. So I would need S&P confluence and open interest most likely, and it better be a triple div, like a 3 drives situation. Okay. Ideally, I would still want this to hold. You know, and I may think about adding another hundo right here. I'm going to end up being in some goofy ass like 1,000 Bitcoin position, and they're all going to be spread out. But like I said, last month too, you know, does it really matter if we're going to go to 82? Does it really matter if your entry is 58, 59, 60, 61? You know what I mean? All right. So for me, higher time frame shit hasn't really changed at all. Smaller time frame shit, you know, maybe we got to assess data, bing bong ding dong, but for the most part, man, we just chilling, baby. All right. Any questions? What are you guys doing?
Trainer, he told me. He said, what did he say? He
Like some people might be higher time frame bearish. You know, that's okay. I think that next year is going to be a bull run, but you know, we got to take it level by level, and data is the data. It is now October 17th, right? You guys know when the next FOMC is? FOMC is the first week of November. Are you guys ready? So there could be an argument for one more leg down, like what happened at those previous tops. Yeah. So look, everybody should be able to argue for the price to go down and the price to go up. If you can only argue for one move, I think you're fucked. And I mean that with all due respect. But if you can't be objective and see both a move up and a move down, you clearly have a bias and you might get fucked. Whenever I've been in a situation like that, I get fucked. What I like to do is I identify levels to the upside, I identify levels to the downside, and I don't play this game of, oh, I think it's gonna go here, or oh, I think it's gonna do that. I know what the probabilities are, but I'm prepared for both. You know what I mean? I'm ready if this bitch wants to go to 64.5. I'm ready if this bitch wants to go to 68.6. I'm ready if this bitch wants to go to 70.2. And I know what kind of data I'm going to be looking at. I just went over, you know, what kind of hesitations I would have to take that 3 drive short at 68.6. Okay? Right now, I mean, I think we can all agree that this bitch better do a bullish retest. I mean, I don't know how you're going to argue with me that it's going to go to 70.2 if it can't even turn the blue line into bullish support, right? So instead of trying to predict the future and say, oh yeah, guys, long that blue line, it's going to hold. How the fuck am I going to know that? How would anybody know that? Yesterday, we saw a ding-dong, bing-bong, bottom short $8 million and fuck up our whole plan yesterday. You guys remember that? How would we ever predict that this dickhead was going to do this? Oh, I know that it's let's long here, guys, because there's going to be a bottom short of 9 million. What? So things will change. All you need to do is be able to look at what's happening and interpret the data correctly. But how the fuck is anybody supposed to know what's going to happen in the future? That's the wrong game. First off, if you can predict the future, I don't even know what the fuck you're doing trading. You should be playing the lotto. Or be the world's greatest magician. I don't know what the fuck you're trading for. You can predict the future, but you stupid. So anyways, yeah, we're not, you know, that's why the risk management, and I think For me anyways, when I realize that I have no fucking clue what's going to happen and I can't predict the future, and the only thing that I can control is managing risk, I stopped, crying over getting round tripped. I stopped crying over getting left at the train station. I don't know if some of you guys can agree with me on this, but I love when I feel greedy and I don't want to TP, but I TP because I know it's the right thing to do, and it hits that and it starts to turn back around. Doing the right thing feels so fucking good, and you feel so proud of yourself. It's incomparable to making money. I don't know if you guys have gotten to that level yet. When I TP on profits, I'm actually kind of like, it's whatever. And yeah, like it's awesome. And of course, like when you realize a loss, it's a fucking pain in the ass and it sucks too. But when I TP, it's cool, but I'm not like ecstatic. But when I actually execute my plan and I don't give in to the greed and I don't give in to the coping and I don't give in to the hopium and I do exactly what I said I wanted to do, I feel so good about myself. I don't know about you guys, but I actually am probably addicted to that as a Virgo, right? I'm pretty sure that psychologically that's what I'm chasing. That's the dopamine feedback loop, doing the right thing consistently. Because anybody can juice, but I'm telling you, even if I say shit like, yo, stop loss and profit, some motherfuckers will not want to do it because they don't want to miss out on the Gucci position. They much rather say, oh, no, but this long is going to be good, man. This short is going to be good. I don't want to get round trip. They will give in to that than doing the right thing. And you know what's even more goofy? Oh, fuck, I should have put it at break even. You motherfucker, what are you doing? Okay, I have a short from the box, but I'm mainly hedge shorting because I am bullish and I am not TPing anything until up here. So I guess smaller time frame, betting down, and then maybe a bounce at 64, 65, something like that. But that doesn't necessarily need to happen. We could just continue on to 70 if we need to. Okay? It's not really so much about, are we going to go up or are we going to go down, or what do you think, or what are you predicting? It's really just about reading the data. And yesterday is a perfect example of how even if it looks good, like we could drop, you don't know if there's going to be a $9 million bottom shorter that fucks up everything for you. You don't know if there's going to be a $14 million short that kind of fucks it up at the bottom. So at the end of the day, it's okay to figure out where you might want to long or where you might want to short, but you got to be able to read what's happening and be able to decide in that moment if you have a bullish or bearish edge. Okay? So, you got to be able to read and tell what's actually happening in that moment. There is no, hey, it's going to go down. Let's put a short limit at value area low. We don't really do that. All right. So right now, I guess what we're waiting on is to see if it actually has a bearish retest on this blue line. For you to be able to understand that concept, you need to have been able to watch this the whole time. So this was the deviation. And it went back in and there was a bullish retest. So if this was a deviation, you're going to see a bearish retest at some point. Okay, so you've got that sort of like descending trend, but more importantly, you have value. Okay, so bulls, they know exactly what levels they need to start turning into support. Bears know exactly what they need to maintain as resistance. And I think right now where we are, it's in the midpoint. You know, but if you start to change structure and you make lower lows, then, you know, bears are still in control and we'll see you around 64.5. If the data looks good, I might add to the longs at 64.5. Okay. And then last but not least, you have the CME bad lows. Sweeping that and doing a swing fail pattern could also be a play as well. Alrighty. But yeah, exclamation rewind. Everything is in the, we've already talked about all of the setups for the next 24 hours. So I'm going to be leaving in about 35 minutes. I'm going to end the stream on this computer because I'm going to be testing out multicasting. So in the future, we're going to be streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Give it up for that. All right. Stay safe. Have a great day, Lions. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Say goodbye to the avatars, too. I'm going to put you guys on the VPS. Shout outs to everybody that gifted subs. Hopefully I'll see a bunch of you guys bright and early tomorrow. We'll kick it off with 15-second TA. But I mean, the levels to the upside, the levels to the downside are identified. You know what I mean? I think if it breaches those levels, then there's 15-second TA. But for the most part, you guys know what I would be looking for. So, all right, but we'll do it. We'll start it off with 15-second TA tomorrow. Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. He's gonna smack the shit out of you, y'all. Lions! I'm out of here. Love you guys. Stay safe. Peace, everybody.